Hey, Ocklawahaboy Rocks here. Hadn't seen you in a while. Been busy doing life, but I've also been doing some stuff with rocks. So I'm going to take you out in just a minute. We're going to look at some rock garden stuff and not going to show you a lot with me actually putting the rocks in there and doing the work, but I'm going to give you a step-by-step update along the way. I always think of showing you these areas I make the rock gardens after I'm already past this point. So what you're looking at is an area that I have pulled a whole bunch of vegetation out of. It was nice, neat hedges when we got the place. I've taken about 3 pickup truckloads out besides what you see there, just out of this little area. These were the original hedges, and I've been cutting them back for years, and they grow back, as you can see. So here's where one of them was, and some other weed trees. So I've sprayed a herbicide on there, and then I've got contractor bags weighed down with some Muddy Creek septarians, and over here some bubble opal. So I'm trying to kill those once and for all. I'm going to be working my way through these other two, and my hope is that the combination of no sunlight and poison will finally kill some of these root systems, and I'll work my way down. Getting those chopped up to ground level will be a real chore. It might warrant renting a stump grinder. We'll see. Anyway, you've seen my other rock gardens, and I'm hoping to get this area to that, and I'll catch you up now and then. Well, I'm making progress. I've got one big bush left, and then that weed tree there. One of those big bushes was under there, and I got, you see, 2 of the pieces of stump. I got that one pretty close to the ground. I'll work on these some more, cutting them closer to the ground. I pretty much decided against a stump grinder. I've got an idea to work with the fact that they'll put some high spots in my rock garden. There's the water line that goes the hose for the backyard, and over on the left is what goes to my shop for my water for my shop. So I didn't have any access to that. Now I do. And our access hole underneath the house was pretty much buried, so now that'll be available as well. So I'm going to get the electric chainsaw and cut this one cut down and load it up. Alright, that bush made a very full pickup truck load. I've got some cleaning up of it to do, and then work on the stump. I've got a couple of weed trees over here in between that palm and the rock garden, so I want to clean those up. I may go all the way to the palm with the rock garden, I'm not sure. And I've still got this weed tree here, but other than that, it's just little stuff, and I'll be ready to start putting ground cover down. Just an update on the clean out. I've gotten almost to that end. I got a couple more little weed trees to cut. I got most of the dormant Virginia creeper vines off of the house, but I wanted to show you this. This is a kind of a mainline vine for that Virginia creeper, growing all the way along the edge of the house here and sending up runners. So I'm going to get this guy out of here, and hopefully I won't have any recurrence of the vine in this area. Alright, I've just got a little raking to do, and I'm going to put this ground cover down. I'll do 2 widths of it, so it'll come out 6 feet. I don't know if I've got enough there. Unfortunately, that stuff's a little pricey. So we're going to see how much I can get covered up today. All right, little update. I had plenty of ground cloth there. I got a good sized amount of free bricks off of Facebook Marketplace. So, a couple different kinds. I got one lined up along the house. I think I have enough of these to do the rest of the perimeter here, and then some others for some other things. So I'm going to get back to it. Okay, rock garden project update. The brickwork is done. The rock is in. Well, the rock is in as far as in the yard. I've got to put it in the garden. I did a little work in here to redirect water away from my scuttle hole there. I also put a layer of bricks under the fabric there along the scuttle hole. There's a layer under here, under these bricks to raise it up. There's a dog where it's not supposed to be. And I'm going to start putting rock down. First thing is going to be is I'm going to turn the area with Sadie here into a little feature with some rock going along this curve. So I've got some of my lava rock in here, and I was thinking about just butting up to it with my other rock, but I think I have enough bricks to do what I need to do that I might put another border of bricks right here. It won't look exactly like those. I could always turn those over where the solid side is showing instead of that side, but I think I'm going to do that. I've got 2 more bags of lava rock I can use here if I want to. So there's my little lava flow, but I'm not done. I've got some obsidian from Little Glass Butte. It's been kind of sitting in these bins for 5-ish years since I brought it back. So it's going to go in this area too because I need shelf space, and I went to a lot of work to bring this material back and I never see it. So it's going in the lava flow. All right, lava flow complete. All right, here is my rock pile I had delivered. We'll look at this up close later, but there's some pretty cool little tumbled rocks in there. And part of that area I'm not going to be able to get to the wheelbarrow, so I'm going to bucket some of it back to the back. Okay, this is the little area I'm bucketing the rock to. You can see right here I've got a raised area, so I've got a plan to deal with that. So I'm going to fill in this with these buckets. So I told you I had a plan. So that's the raised area with a border of bricks around it. I've got a bunch of eggs, thunder eggs I probably shouldn't have. These are different ones that came in boxes that I shouldn't have bought. So Hauser area from California, Friend Ranch from Oregon. So I'm going to start just kind of making a little feature, get these off of the shelf and get some use out of them. Next up is some Sucker Creek and McDonald Ranch junk material. Okay, I've got Sucker Creek, McDonald Ranch, and Hauser area, mostly junk material in there, so I can just continue to add to that and make it a pile, or maybe if I find a big centerpiece rock, I can set it there, or even a plant in a pot. So that'll be kind of what that is. Now it's time to get some more gravel for the rest of this thing and bring it around here. Alright, I'm pretty much done, at least with the base of the rock garden. Now this will evolve and change over time, but I've got it in the video somewhere. So underneath these are where my stumps were. So I've got some kind of junky thunder egg material there. Got my lava flow with my purchased bagged lava rock and my material from Little Glass Buttes. Got just some various material here, California, Oregon, I think some, maybe some from Washington, and definitely Nevada. Got some whole and cut thunder eggs. Got another little area here that I use the bagged, what's called Royal Rainbow Rock. And then I've got some Vernon Banded Rhyolite Wonderstone from Utah. I'll put some other Wonderstones in there. And look here at some of this rock that's still wet. This is a lot better than the bag stuff that I get. Got some actual interesting rocks in here. It's drying out quick, but there's a piece of jasper. These are supposedly Carolina Creek rocks. I don't know if they're from the Carolinas or not, but got some nice jasper. There's some smoky quartzes and all sorts of things in here. Okay, well, I'm gonna hop over to the whiteboard and talk about the budget on this project. Alright, this project was about 50 square yards. I used about 200 bricks that usually go for about $1 a piece. I used 3 bags of the Royal Rainbow Rock that go for 20 a piece, 3 bags of the lava which go for 6. A yard of gravel was 300 delivered, and I used some ground cloth I had that isn't cheap, but I can't remember how much I paid for it. Now, the bricks were free off of Facebook Marketplace. The ground cloth I had, so I spent $60 on the Royal Rainbow Rock, $18 on the lava, $300 on the gravel. I spent $378 on that project. If I had to purchase the bricks at $1 a piece and the ground cloth, that would be about $250. Would have made the project $628. All right, I hope you enjoyed a little step-by-step walk through the rock garden process, and I will see you next time.